All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to RanelliFit Knowledge Project number 4. The topic today is, can you lose weight by walking or from walking? And the answer is absolutely yes, you can lose weight while walking. And this is by far one of my favorite topics to study because there are so many cool little knowledge nuggets that I didn't realize walking gave to us in terms of health and fitness. And the conversations that you and I have had these past few weeks I think have been really insightful. But this one especially is my favorite because I feel like everybody, as long as you're healthy and as long as you are somewhat fit, can hopefully walk, because that's how human beings get around. But yes, walking can absolutely lead to weight loss. And today we're going to go over what walking is, why it's important, and the action steps you can take to incorporate walking into your everyday fitness routine. So let's get into it. So first of all, what is walking? And walking, really simply, right, it's a low aerobic exercise, which obviously we all walk, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But the reason why I wanted to kind of spend some time on why walking is important is because it's a low aerobic exercise, and something that I think a lot of people don't touch on is it's incredibly simple. Like, think about it this way. How many times have you gone to the gym, done a HIIT class, done like a very hard Tabata class, done a very maybe hard personal training session or a strength session in general, and you're just like done for the rest of the day or the rest of the week? With walking, the reason why I love it and why it's so important to understand is, yes, it is a lower aerobic capacity exercise, but it's also like stupidly extremely simple. And I am a creature of not only habit, but is keeping things extremely simple. So walking, especially, just it honestly avoids over complexity. And I think that is such an important thing. But it's a low aerobic exercise. It is very, very, very simple to do. And the really cool thing is, did you know it actually can help you preserve muscle, and it can also help you decrease fat? I know, crazy. We'll go over that in section number 2 here. But all walking is, it's a low aerobic exercise that I honestly think if you're capable, everybody should do it. It also helps out because it really is simple. It's not complex. And if you just do it for like 30 minutes a day, you will see the results compounded over a period of time. And the one thing I want to go over as well, too, besides that is, why should you care about this, right? Like, why is walking important? And I think it's really simple. Everyone's capable of walking, hopefully, right? Obviously, always, I say this every video, do your due diligence, talk to your physician, but human beings have been getting around for thousands of years by walking. And walking, it's cool because it's one of the best exercises out there for you to do. But the reason why I think you should really care about why you should incorporate walking into your routine is that everybody is capable of doing it. I mean, instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Instead of, I don't know, going into town, that's like maybe a few minutes of a drive. Try walking into town if you're close enough, instead of, I don't know, just, sitting on the couch. Try to go for a few, maybe like, I don't know, like a half mile to a mile walk outside and get your blood flowing. I mean, it is just so cool. But all you have to remember is, what is walking? It's just a low aerobic exercise that is extremely simple that hopefully most human beings who are healthy can do. Now, I'm going to spend a lot of time here, guys, on number 2 today because, this is really important. But why does this matter? And I'm going to kind of repeat myself. The first reason why it's important, and it's super simple, it's because it is simple, right? Like, I as a fitness professional, I see a lot of people overcomplicate, cardio with all these, different mesocycles, macrocycles, microcycles, and spend time at like what do you call it, like level 2 in terms of like endurance and BPM. When in reality is that if we just do the simplest thing, walking consistently for a really long period of time, you're going to be able to benefit from those results. But the first reason why walking is important is it's extremely simple to do. Just, grab a good pair of shoes and start walking. That's first and foremost. And the the benefits also too, besides just like it's really, really simple, is it's going to help you do a lot of things. But the 3 things I want to touch on first, which is really important, is it actually helps you preserve muscle mass. And this is something that I didn't even know. As someone who's been an athlete, and as someone who has been in the health and fitness field for a while, I would always preach, and I still do preach, high intensity interval training or more of a longer aerobic style of training, which walking technically is. But walking can actually help you preserve muscle and lose fat. And I think that's so incredibly important because when you do walk, you can burn up to an extra 150 calories daily, which is going to improve your DCE, and DCE is daily caloric expenditure. So very simply put, it's important not only because it's simple, but it also can increase your DCE, that's daily caloric expenditure, and it also helps you preserve muscle. So like, to make it really, really simple, it's like, well, it's the easiest form of exercise to do. It's going to help me lose fat and not lose muscle. And it's also going to help me increase more of a calorie burn. right? It's like a win-win-win. And again, I think that's why it's so important that if you are watching this video, that you do walking or incorporate walking into your routine, because it's not very hard on the joints. It helps you regulate your blood sugar, let's say like with insulin or cholesterol or cortisol. It takes away the bad and increases the good. And there's just, I can rant all day long, but the only reason why walking is so incredibly important is because it's going to help you preserve muscle. It's going to help you burn more calories, and it's going to help you lose fat. It's going to help you out with your, your blood sugar levels, and it's also going to help you out with like an improved mood as well. Just even like walking outside in nature. I don't know if any of you guys do that, but I do that every single weekend, and it helps me out so much. Just kind of like decrease my stress levels. But all we have to remember so far, what it is, walking, a low aerobic exercise that anybody can do. And it's important because it's insanely simple. It's going to improve your DCE, or your daily caloric expenditure. And it's also going to help you preserve muscle and lose fat. It helps out with regulating your blood sugar levels, like cortisol, insulin. It helps out with cholesterol. And there's just so many more things I can rant on and go over, but which I could talk all day long about this, but it's just so important that we understand this. And the one more thing too I wanted to touch on is 10,000 steps a day. I always thought, 10,000 steps a day is something you should strive for and aim for. The studies seem to show that between 7,000 to 8,500 steps a day are like that sweet spot where you can get the most results from walking, which I think is even more exciting, because think about that. Like, you don't have to walk 10,000 steps a day and just absolutely exhaust yourself. If you just do 7,000 to 8,500 every single day, you're going to get most of the benefits of walking. And I think that's not only an awesome thing in terms of, making walking simpler and easier, but I think it also helps out because if something is as easy as walking, I think that's really important, because then you can probably be really consistent with it as well too, and that's super important. So, okay, sorry for ranting. I just get super excited about this stuff, but we know what it is. We know why walking is important. Now it's like, okay, I kind of understand what was walking. It's a low aerobic exercise, and that's important because it's going to help me preserve muscle, burn more calories, lose fat. So what are the action steps that we can take? And the action step is really simple. If you can, try to walk 30 minutes daily. Obviously, talk to your doctor, do your due diligence, but try to walk 30 minutes daily. And if you want to burn more calories, bump that up to either 45 minutes daily or maybe even an hour daily. Or in that 30-minute walk that you're doing, try to increase your pace or try to increase your intensity. And increasing the intensity could be walking on an incline. Increasing your pace could be a form of increasing intensity as well. But again, the action step that you can take is just walking daily for at least 30 minutes. And again, 10,000 steps a day, that's great, but try to be more about 7,000 to 8,500, and you will still get the benefits of walking, which again, I think is so exciting and so important. But again, just to recap today, walking, can that lead to weight loss? Yes, you absolutely can lose weight while you walk or incorporating walking into your routine. What is walking? It's a low aerobic exercise that everybody is capable of, and it's extremely simple, and it's important because it's going to help you burn more calories. It's going to help you preserve your muscle mass. It's going to help regulate blood sugar levels. It increases the good cholesterol and takes away the bad cholesterol. And it decreases stress, in this day and age, I think is so incredibly important. And the action steps you can take are just walking 30 minutes daily, or if you're able and capable of it, 45 minutes to an hour daily is great too. Obviously, with all this stuff, be sure to consult, a health professional and do your due diligence. But again, walking can absolutely lead to weight loss. And I would encourage everybody to try it and see how it goes for you, because it is awesome. But again, my name is Robert Ranelli, and this is the RanelliFit Knowledge Project. And what we're just trying to do here, guys, is once a week, we're just trying to bring, one little nugget into the universe that we can, use for our health and fitness every single day. We've talked about protein, we talked about resistance training, we talked about gaining muscle, and now we're talking about walking. And it's so exciting because if you guys watch these knowledge projects from start to finish and go through all the ones that I'm doing, you can kind of see how everything kind of, collaborates together, compounds together. I don't know what the right word is, but everything kind of, compounds together. And it's so cool because with adding and walking to this knowledge project, I think it just makes everything so much more simple. And I absolutely love it. But again, if you guys want one knowledge project or one little insight you can use weekly in your health and fitness, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, follow, share wherever you are seeing this. And if you guys want to read a blog, like a more explicit, like blog of what I'm talking about with walking, I'll leave a link down below. I'll leave a link to my free personal training trial app down below, and also leave a link to my newsletter if anyone wants to come into my newsletter and join, because the only responsibility and job with that newsletter is to give you as much knowledge as possible. But again, my name is Robert Ranelli. This is the RanelliFit Knowledge Project, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope everyone can incorporate walking into their health and fitness routine. And I hope you guys have a great day, and looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay. Thank you, and have a great day.